Single file through the tunnel turn, number 2.
Well, we had a report that Dale Jarrett might have a slight miss in the engine of the interstate battery.
Oh, and a spin. Jeff Gordon is spinning and hitting the wall hard up on near turn number 3.
And caution is out once again. Gordon keeps the car on the high side of the racetrack. Looks like everyone else will get by down on the inside. Too bad for the rookie. Had a great run going again here today. Good qualifying, starting in 4th position.
Jeff Gordon crashing here on lap number 10, and here's a replay of what happened. It was just as he approached turn number 3.
Kyle Petty was on the inside of him, Bob. It doesn't look like they touched, and then Hut Strickland comes up,
Hut Strickland was trying to get that spot, trying to take that spot away, and Jeff came down the racetrack, got bumped, and look at
Jeff Bodine.
Jeff Bodine and Hut Strickland got together.
Yep. Bodine has a definite bump on the right front of the Motorcraft Ford.
Hard contact on the left side of the car, and the safety crew now comes to Jeff, and he climbs out of the car under his own power.
Well, you know that young man's frustrated.
Yeah, he was 10th in the Winston Cup point standings coming into this race.
It hasn't been a really great year for Jeff, although he has had some outstanding runs, but he's also experienced crashes at Darlington, North Wilkesboro, Bristol, Charlotte, Dover, and Pocono, and you can see the result of the Pocono crash. Let's update this situation regarding Dale Jarrett. Here's John.
Well, it's not really a miss. I talked to Jimmy Maycar just a few minutes ago. He says it's a hesitation as the car comes off of turn number 3. They think the float in the carburetor might be sticking. Jimmy says he doesn't think it's going to be a serious problem right now. They're just going to have to wait and see. Meanwhile, Hut Strickland, with a great qualifying run, is headed down pit road, and his crew will be ready to go to work. On Hut, is there some damage on the left front nose. Also in the left rear, you can see it mostly looks like sheet metal damage, and they're going to have to pull it off of that left front tire because it looked like it had been rubbing on that tire. They'll get that away. Certainly will affect the aerodynamics somewhat. That's very important here with the speeds that they reach on the front straightaway. Mike Hill will bump up the spoiler on the rear of the car. They had been running about 65 degrees of spoiler. Let's go down pit road to Brett Bodine's pit with Dr. Jerry Punch.
And John, the Quaker State Kenny Bernstein on Ford getting a 4-tire change. He leaves the pit road, as does the Kellogg Chevrolet of Terry Labonte, who's been in. Here is Kenny Wallace leaving pit road, and Strickland is still in. Let's check back with you, John.
Well, Jerry, what they're having to do, they're having to tape a piece where the nose and the left front fender were actually separated. So they've got tape out, a lot of tape, that they're taping that down in place, trying to fix the aerodynamics. They've also had to beat the underside of the left front fender up to keep it away from the tire. Hut still sitting here on pit road. They're putting on the left front tire and waiting. Mike Hill and the crew are making sure they get that tape on nice and tight. They'll put just a little bit more on. They're asking for a little more. Now he is down, still sitting here on pit road. A bad break for Hut Strickland.
And a worse break for Jeff Gordon as his car is being taken off the racetrack up in turn number 3, where he had made hard contact with the outside wall after getting some help from Hut Strickland.
Looks like all those guys are doing is color coordinating the paint. I mean, the tape.
Top 10, Dale Earnhardt, Mark Martin, Davey Allison, Ken Schrader, and Jimmy Spencer. And Lake Speed, Ernie Irvin, Ricky Rudd, Kyle Petty, and Brett Bodine. We'll be back with more live coverage in a moment.